Mr. David. Welcome to our group presentation. We are Group A. Our research topic is the effects of advertising on attract customers at Becamet department store. Firstly, I will review our research question. We created 16 questions related to Becamet department store to make the survey and classify the broad cause leading to the failures to attract customers. The first questionnaire including the basic information of audience that A, income and gender. After that, we would like to know the level of awareness of people who living in June towards Becamet department store. Therefore, we asked them some questions. For example, how they know Becamet department store, how many times they go to Becamet department store every month, and who they go with. Besides that, we also require them to explain the reason that motivates them to go Becamet and when they are willing to go to there. The more important thing that we want to learn from the customer is the level of satisfaction and with products and service at Becamet department store. If they are not pleased with anything in there, we can understand the dishes of customers, and from that we can find a solution and to improve the value as well as enhance the reputation of Becamet department store. Finally, we do not forget to invite them to give the recommendations in order to contribute to build the success of Becamet department store in the future. Let's move to the second part. Why the topic was important to the sponsor? Actually, there are many problems that Becamet department store is facing, and it seems to be confused. When Becamet department store doesn't know what is the root cause and which problem need to overcome first, as well as the issue will happen next. Third, the research will have the responses to identify the striking and the most urgent problem to solve. After the problem is handled, Becamet department store suddenly increase the sales volume, revenue, gross shopping, customer satisfaction, and reputation. Besides, Becamet department store may understand deeply the customer inside, have a good relationship with their customers, as well as have more information experience to prevent and forecast potential issues. Finally, the research also provides utility recommendation in order to support Becamet department store to perform their mission and vision.
Next, we move to the third part, how I conducted my research. The empirical research was conducted by skill primary information with questionnaires. We rely to interview and receive respondents which were from the customers of Becamet department store. It also includes observation about customer behavior and mission. Besides, foundation based on qualitative and quantitative research, such as quantitative include the different levels of quality and potential customer involvement. The qualitative also belong to questions related to the nature and characteristic of the product or service involvement, quality involvement and effective involvement of customers and dimensions of the in-store retail, mixed influence involvement at the retailer level. Finally, we likewise analyze data which are collected from surveys, as well as use dependent and independent variables for quantitative questions. Our team start implementing of the report on April 20 to the end of June 6, and we will have complete this work within 6 weeks with the best efforts. Each week, we use organized meetings and publications on issues to be addressed, as well as evaluating the quality of work of each member on Wednesday, with the aim to improve the efficiencies and productivity of each individual. which are achieve the expected result in the completion of the proposal. In addition, on May 20, we will start doing a survey on the issues that the group we held selected, and then we will review an in-depth analysis of that data. In addition, without meeting directly the members of the group, we still contact each other via email, Yellow, Facebook, and Google Drive to express an opinion, divide the work, and have.
Okay, moving to the major findings. There are three major findings. The first is that Beckham department store hasn't been popular in Vietnam in general and in Bình Dương in particular. The chart shows that the number of customers who didn't go to the Beckham department store every month occupy nearly 36%, which is quite high and risks to reducing revenues. What's more, when we reminded Beckham department store, the number of interviewees who haven't known Beckham department store is really large. The next part just shows that both of males and females similar with knowing Beckham department store from their relatives and friends. The figure also illustrates that using social media to introduce Beckham department store is quite ineffective. From two research above, I'm confident to say that the main reason why there are some visitors every month to Beckham department store because of problem from marketing, PR, and secondly, the most important condition to motivate customers to come to Beckham department store is the cost. After the survey, we found that there are more than 57% of customers care about the cost of merchandise in Beckham department store. It's easy to understand because the income of most people in Bình Dương is not high. Thus, they really care how they spend their money in the most suitable. Besides that, the cost not only need to have a reasonable price, but also ensure a good quality with 32% of interviewees answer. The majority of merchandise in Beckham department store is imported from foreign countries. Thus, they are often luxury and the price is very high. However, the amount of money that customers are willing to pay between 300 and 1,000 VND to 700 and 1,000 VND is about 33% in total, and there are more than 50% of both male and female usually spend below 300 and 1,000 VND. Thirdly, there are nearly 52% of people answer that they feel cool and spacious while they were being in Beckham department store. Particularly, it occupies about 38.5% of women and 13.5% of men satisfied with the space at Beckham department store. Furthermore, the second graph illustrates that it doesn't have any audience who do not redesign or discomfort about the stay at Beckham department store. This demonstrates that the merchandise is around with no structure and attractive decoration didn't affect negatively to the decision of visiting to Beckham department store. Finally, there are 80% of audience said that they are willing to use home delivery service if Beckham department store provide because they think that Big C and Coopmart have already had these services, and it is really convenient for who are busy and do not have.
Moving to the final part, I will talk about recommendation. We have three core recommendations based on our research. First, on Beckham should focus on building and promoting the brand image and fame of Beckham department store in order to achieve at least 70% awareness of citizens in Bình Dương. After that, it bending the popularity to surrounding areas like Đồng Nai, Hồ Chí Minh City, and Cần Thơ. Advertising through social networking such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WordPress will gain high optimal and close the operation cost. Next, the website of Beckham department store should be updated frequently to provide more information, attractive activity to create the public relation. It also allows customers to give comments as well as recommendations on the Beckham department website, such as quality, design, cost of product, and the feeling of service satisfaction. Finally, BKMX department store also need to update new products suited to the demand of consumer and open more variety of entertainment. This is one of the important objectives that most customers to visit.